Welcome everyone. I hope you guys are doing well today. Today I will be playing Orbit5 by Calypso Dev. As always, I have left links in my description if you guys want to try out the game. If you do try it out, don't forget to comment and rate and let the creator know how much you enjoyed it. I also left links for the creator's social media. In this game, you have been placed on a ship within the stars. There is no escape. You have one companion, Dr. Polyakov, captain of Perseus Salvation Unit. You have 5 days to get home, lest you and your species perish. I don't know, me stuck in space with another guy, I don't know how well that would play it out for me. I definitely would panic like crazy, but hopefully our doctor here will help me out in this situation. The doctor is surely smarter than me and is able to be calm and cool and collected and able to get through this situation very perfectly, probably methodically compared to me. I'm really curious why we are stuck in space in our ship. Like, what is the reason? Did we hit something? Also, why is it just us two and not other people in the ship? Unless it's just like a really small one. There's a lot of questions and hopefully this demo will answer it. So we're just gonna go ahead and get started. Ooh, are these like embers? Did a fire happen? Please no. Oh god, a fire on your spaceship in space? That does not sound pleasant. You are in deep, deep sleep. An absence of color surrounds you, dulling your senses and lulling yourself deeper into nictancy. You could stay like this forever. Oh, you awake yet? A foreign voice entrenches itself deep into your oracle. Do weighs so heavy? Are you calling me heavy? It's a voice you've heard before. Unfortunately. Do you not get along with the doctor? You know, I'm not gonna wait here forever. The gentle sound of the individual's voice fills your ears. I mean, I might as well go ahead and wake up. Letting out a deep sigh, you mumble a few choice words under your breath as the blanket is lifted from your face. A barrage of colors invades your retinas, the soft magenta hue awakening your slumber. Ugh. You rise from your blankets, your body raising upwards to meet the face of the man in front of you. Or, at least, you would be doing that, if not for the absence of any direction or gravity. Blankets drift around you as if trapped in angelic breeze, and by now, you know better. Ahem. You look to your side to meet the eyes belonging to that familiar face. Oh, why you gotta be cute upward like that, bro? Go away. Get out of my face. The man in front of you goes by the name of Dr. Polyakov. You've been working with him for a while now, or rather, you've been following him around since you ended up on his ship. Okay. So are we not part of like an original science team? He was the stubborn kind, focused on his mission, with little care for much else. And from what you could gather, the two of you were completely, utterly alone. Did the thought make you nervous? Absolutely. Though you suppose nothing bad had happened. Yet. Though from the doctor's reaction when you first met, he seemed more scared of you than you were of him. Still, on that day, you ended up on his ship. He allowed you to remain on the spacecraft until he was able to find you a way back home. Nice to see you finally join me. We're 2 minutes late to the schedule. Please prepare for the day. Oh no, is he gonna be a really strict, he's a stickler for schedule. Bro, 2 minutes is perfectly fine. Hopefully, and I hope that doesn't come back to bite me. The doctor places his hands on his hips with a precision that indicated experience. After all, he's been here much longer than you. Always so on schedule. Don't you ever get bored? I cannot afford to be bored. Might as well get up. And we always save no matter what. You lazily put on the attire given to you, a huge bluish undersuit that that covered most of your body. Unfortunately, none of the astronaut jumpsuits were an easy fit for you. Sleek material intended to be tight folded loosely around your body. Dr. Polyakov didn't want you up there anyway. New faces are nothing but trouble, and so on. You weren't exactly expecting the suit to be tailored to you specifically. According to him, he's been teaching you some of the basics of running the ship, while the doctor took more important matters into his own hands. Oh, okay. Okay, I want to know, why are we in space, and where in space did we meet the doctor? He's definitely here for a reason. I don't know if it's like a government mission, maybe like he has some kind of set goals that he wants to do. So I'm really curious what experiments ? He's doing. Also, I really love the color of the background, like the pinkish purple hues. I love that combo. Now, if anyone asked you, he taught you how to sit around and wait for him. Not that there was anyone else around to ask you. In your several hours of your crucial task, that being, float for a few hours while Dr. Polyakov stares into space, you'd barely scrape even a few details regarding what exactly the two of you were supposed to be doing up here. You asked, "Where are we?" Dr. Polyakov answers, "We're in space." "What are we doing?" "That's none of your business." I mean, you can toss me a bone, don't have to go into details, but I kind of want to know. We're stuck in here together. So, such refusal to answer any important question led you to come to your own conclusion. His mission was straightforward, or so he claimed. Not that he told you what exactly it was. All you knew was Dr. Polyakov and the abundance of space that felt so cramped in the Perseus Salvation Unit. You at least look human. How on earth did you end up here? Earth? He always mentioned Earth. Home, you assume. Not that you can remember much apart from your name being called out to you, emerging from the light. Oh? And then, he turned to you and demand for the 100th time how you gotten up here. And you give him the same hopeless look. Okay, so we do not know much about our own situation besides our own name. We don't even know what planet we're from. You had arrived only recently, though arrived was hardly an appropriate manner of describing it. A more appropriate word would be appeared. You woken up to the absence of gravity surrounding you, and better yet, an alarmed doctor demanding you state your planet of origin. Despite the demands, you found yourself thinking of, well, nothing at all really. Memories of the past were blurry, faces unrecognizable, something that would bring you down immensely if you thought of it too hard. In fact, you remember nothing but a name and a vague sense of your interests, and of course, that minimum wage job you had back when you were a teenager. You shudder at the memory. Ooh, oh wait, that's so cute! Hello? 57, 30, 24N, 82, 17, 26E to you. The doctor voice breaks you out of your thoughts as you look up to face him. Initially, he seems annoyed, but looking at your face, the edge in his frown quickly disappears. Daydreaming? Sorry for spacing out. Head in the clouds. Well, that doesn't make much sense. There's no clouds up here. Oh no, please don't do that because you're in space. Is he gonna keep on doing that? I would feel so tired just being around this man, even despite him being cute. I know that. I wasn't being literal. How can I tell? Your tone makes it seem like you're being literal. Oh. I think I'm doing it wrong. You're not doing it wrong, exactly. Your humor is just... what's the word? Painfully unfunny? Oh, I mean, you can try. Some knock-knock jokes would be great. That's a good way to start things off. Nonsense. I'm hilarious. Oh, honey. Okay. You just don't get it. Ha ha ha. See? I'm laughing because I'm hilarious. Oh my god, this actually is painful. Right. You're so funny. Why, thank you. Can you log into the ship's files? I need external admin permission to get outside. Accessing admin information. Enter username. There we go. Login information. Admin Lottie. Passcode she her. Correct? Yes. Ooh, I love all the unique ways they have you input the stuff for the game. You log onto the ship's main control panel, carefully allowing access to the solar panels, just as Dr. Polyakov taught you to, and open the doors outside when Dr. Polyakov is ready. Thanks. Not a problem. You lean backwards, the action sending you drifting just slightly. Despite your lack of memory towards anything else, the feeling still fails to be anything other than foreign. As if your feet were meant to be planted in the ground, far away from a weightless void such as now. You find yourself yearning for a light that's auras has not graced your soul, and it makes you wonder about the goal outside. Ooh. Dr. Polyakov only refers to it as the target, but he claims that his home people call it the grave. But you don't recall a grave, not in your time. He did say that retail was a thing of the past, though the confusion only stirred the instability in your stomach caused by a lack of gravity. You stare at it for a while. It's looming, technically massive, all-consuming, according to the doctor. But from here, it looks so small. You imagine plucking it from its place in the cosmos, swallowing it whole. Would that make you the target? You are what you eat, you suppose. Is something happening? Is something happening? Damn panels. Too many dead ones on top. We're running out of protein packets, Lottie. So I'll need to take another trip out to excess storage at some point. Put that in the schedule. You nod, briefly glancing at where the packets were usually kept. A barely held together cabinet with words you couldn't understand scrawled onto it. Any requests for future dinner? Ooh, I can put something in? Can I just have French fries? Just different French fries, like the little smiley ones, some crinkle cut, the stringy French fries like at McDonald's, or steak fries. Those are really good too. Ooh, curly fries also. We're in the middle of space. We don't have that. Okay, what do we have? You really are no nonsense. Huh? Nothing. Maybe I just remember people different than you do. I haven't been around people in a while. The doctor drifts towards the cabinet. He flicks through each sealed package with precision, before finally plucking one from its place in storage. You're picky. Aren't they all the same flavor? This one looked the most appealing. Oh, wait, cutest expression on his face. With less care, he flings that same packet towards you, an action not requiring much strain as it flies to your face. You turn it around in your hands, raising your brows in surprise. You can hear him rummaging through the cabinet to find another. Beef, okay. I don't mind eating beef tonight. Is it like beef jerky? Or is it like a dehydrated type thing? You open the bag, inspecting its contents, an array of pure proteins as per usual. Biting into it brings a faint indication of taste. Thinking about little and consuming even less, you turn your attention to the doctor who was staring at you. Can I help you? Why are you looking at me? You were looking at me first. Is there something you need, doctor? I was inspecting your eating patterns, which are too slow, by the way. Eat up. It's important. You're complaining I eat slow? He returns to scoffing down his meal, The action complete in minutes. You turn your attention to the windows outside. It's vast, forevermore. That's what Dr. Polyakov tells you. Say, Polyakov. Dr. Polyakov. I'm so sorry, doctor. You ignore the correction. I know it's supposed to be a secret, but why are we up here anyway? I've told you before, this is all confidential information. My mission is an extremely delicate operation. Any mistake in judgment or calculation could spell the end for the both of us. Must I remind you of how far away you are from where you're supposed to be? And where am I supposed to be? We both don't know that answer. Well, you can certainly trust me. I'm probably the most trustworthy person you'll ever meet. The bar in that department is exceedingly low for me. Okay. Oh. It's not because I know any untrustworthy people. There's literally no one else up here. That doesn't make me feel any better at all. The doctor raises an eyebrow, quietly asking what exactly you mean by that. Wouldn't it be nice to share your troubles with someone? That doesn't sound particularly appealing to me, no. Float with me. We're already floating? Well, I'd say walk with me, but we can't walk. I can. What? You have magnets on your feet. That doesn't count. Do I not have magnets on my own spacesuit to walk? That is unfair. Green with envy? Yeah, I am. I know the grave is the target. Isn't that all you need to know? Come on, please? Your lack of understanding regarding how dire this mission is concerns me. I pinky promise I'm not gonna blow up the ship. Thanks. I'm still not telling you. You're no fun. Not much fun to be had up here, unfortunately. It's been what, 62 hours since I've gotten here? You won't tell me anything. Ooh, okay, it's only been a few days. 62 hours really isn't as much as you come to believe. It feels that way. Speak to me again about the passage of time when you've been up here as long as I have. And how long is that exactly? Dr. Polyakov ignores your question. Has it been days? If he's here for a certain mission and has been watching this, it's gotta be a few days, maybe even months, could be years. Well, this is extremely boring. Perseus isn't designed to be interesting. Besides, it's only your first food break. There's literally nothing to do up here. You don't even have any board games, no Uno, Monopoly? Not to mention that you literally won't talk to me about anything. God, you're high maintenance. Must be constantly entertained. Yes, please. I need some mental stimulation. Something. You could just be saying random words to each other. Yes. You can play on the phone if you stop nagging me. Is there even any signal up here? Can we get Wi-Fi? Can I put some Honkai Star Rail Ensemble Stars on? No. Exactly. Dr. Polyakov rolls his eyes, finishing his packet and placing it in his pocket for later disposal. You rack your brains for something to do. Since arriving on Perseus, you've done nothing but sit around and wait until the doctor is finished work. Afterwards, after engaging in another conversation that goes nowhere, is already lights out. Ugh. Shh. Probably nothing to lose in another attempt, you think. Alright, what about you? About me? What do you mean? If I can't know why you're up here, can I at least know about you? Is that wrong? Like, just simple stuff? you know, get to know each other. I feel like you're using this front as a way of getting information out of me. That's what getting to know people means, genius. I am. Thank you. Oh my god. I'm really enjoying Polyakov's character, but holy crap, there are some things he says that makes me so damn frustrated. Like, bro, can I have a normal conversation with you? I feel like he's gonna make me so agitated even more as I keep on playing through this. I mean, information I'm not supposed to tell you. Alright, I'm going to ask you normal questions, and you're going to answer them like you're a normal person, which cannot possibly give anything away, alright? Let's all just be normal people. I'm still skeptical. What's your name? Dr. Polyakov. I mean, your first name. How long have you been up here? A while. Oh my god, Joe. He's answering the questions, but he's doing it in such an infuriating way. He's not actually giving me details. He's so damn vague. You are really bad at getting to know people. Your questions are poor. Alright, what question do you prefer to be given? I prefer not to be asked a question. Doc, Docky, Poltergeist, P-boy. I want you to never say those words again. What do you do in your free time? This man just says studying. I'm gonna be so mad. I don't think you understand how time-consuming it is to run a spacecraft. What's your favorite animal? I like dogs. An actual answer? What kind of dog? Can I get a specific breed? Borisois. Oh, those are cute though. They're like little stringy cheese dogs. Checks out. What's that supposed to mean? It means whatever you want it to mean. What? That doesn't mean anything at all. So you get easily offended. I do not get offended easily. You just have a profound lack of ability to say anything that makes sense. Yesterday, you told me I operated the doors with the speed of a breadboard. Planier breadboard. Do you have any hobbies? Didn't I tell you it gets boring out here? So you must have a hobby then, right? Come on. Well, I suppose. I don't really have time for it though. And that is? The doctor finally takes a moment to furrow his brows and stare into the distance. Let me remember. By the look of his face, it looks like he already has something in mind, but too embarrassed to admit it. I suppose caring for the botany isn't a hobby, if it's required, so there's some vintage television kept at archive on Perseus, Maine. The remainders of humanity's culture. Oh, I was expecting you to, like, watch paint dry or something. It's nice that they thought of you when they sent you up here. What do you mean? You know, keeping you close to humanity. Oh, I suppose. They are quite comforting. What's your favorite genre? Of television? You nod enthusiastically. Well, is he like a documentary type person? Or maybe a romance, something different, what I expect. So? Come on, why are you blushing? I like, Bro, what's there to be embarrassed about liking documentaries out of all things? Despite his enthusiasm, it sounds like a cover-up. I mean, I hardly need any reminders of our ever-growing achievements. I mean, look at where we are now. Impressive, no? Bro, are you lying? Do you actually like romance? Oh, sure. So you like history documentaries then? Of course, it's of utmost importance that I know the story of our race by heart. To be able to abide by the goodness of humanity is to ensure salvation. Huh. Most history documentaries I've watched are pretty depressing, to be honest. How would a history documentary be depressing? I mean, just general human history. What not to do and all that. I don't know what you mean, but sure. What documentaries has he been watching? Alright, change of subject. If you could have anything in the world to eat right now, what would you have? Dr. Polyakov places his hand to his chin, deep in thought. Good question. I want a steak. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, steak sounds delicious with some fries. I miss it horribly. Yeesh. You've been up here for however long and you haven't had any steak? Do you think we keep livestock up here? Well, maybe you do. You are in a flying ship that I can't identify. Would it kill you to be serious for just a fleeting moment? My bad. I misremembered the terrifying importance of what kind of steak you like to have with your space food. I have been trying to tell you, there is no steak up here. Now imagine how much easier my job would have been if I would have stuck with someone who knew how to listen. Oh, I'm sorry I somehow landed here. You wound me, Doc. What wounds me more is a lack of beef, though. Christ. So, do you believe in Christianity? Oh, we're going a bit religious here? Or any religion, I guess. What? Don't be silly. Humans need no lord. Defining a human life by a rulebook is simply ridiculous. Do as this book says, or you're doomed to suffer for eternity. You're misguided if you truly believe as such. Ooh. Okay. He has a very interesting take. You're supposed to ask something about me now. Am I? That's how this works. Equivalent exchange. It's like 20 questions. You are horrendous at this. I was testing you. Liar. Ugh. Name? Lottie. Your favorite color? Ooh, we got some purple. Yes, please. So I do find it quite nice in here. You know, with all the purple. Oh, okay. How about, what do you want to be asked? Oh, he's so awkward about this. I don't think Dr. Polyakov really has a lot of interaction with other humans that's outside of work. He's very work-oriented, as we can see here. He's laser focused on his whole mission here, and anytime we try to interact with him, like any social situation, he's not very good at it. But it looks like he's at least trying for our sake, so I like that part. Wow, I feel so touched. I didn't touch you. You touched me emotionally. Oh. So, Dr. Polyakov ruminates over his next selection of words, chewing on the inside of his cheek as he thinks of something to ask you. Do you like, doing things? That was awful. At least you admitted it. Do I just humor this man? We're gonna humor him. Yeah. No, bro, buddy. What kind of things? The look at his face, like he just said, thinking, yeah, I asked the right question. Look at me. I have plenty of hobbies. Aha, I've now figured you out, Lottie. So then, what are your hobbies? At least it looks like he's really getting into the whole question thing and is not really being awkward. Let's do the arts. Quite admirable skill. You'll be able to use that for great things one day. Ooh, okay. Here. You're right in feeling that way. It's more than admirable, that talent. A sly glare crosses Dr. Polyakov's eyes as a grin forms on his lips. I hope you're okay with drawing diagrams. Unpaid? I shouldn't have said anything about art. Now I'm being unpaid. Dr. Polyakov smirks as he thinks about how he could exploit your talents for free. Damn. Before he can retort, the familiar sound of the ship's alarm sounds. Well, that concludes this discussion. Now, my schedule declares that I collect data on the target for exactly 3 hours. Unless you want us to cast into space with no suit. I suggest you don't interfere. Do as you please. Just don't press any buttons or open any doors. Actually, especially don't touch anything. And there he goes. Alright, well, Dr. Polyakov goes and does his little task looking at the target. I do have quite a bit of questions and maybe a theory or two. So obviously, he's up here watching the target, and that's his mission to, I don't know exactly what, but looks like he's taking data, notes, stuff like that, collecting stuff, maybe making a report. I don't know who he's exactly working with. He did talk about Earth, so he is from Earth, maybe like the government. Because I feel like for like a ship here and just sending him to space, they need to have a lot of money for the whole ship, the supplies, and all of that. Especially with the research. So I'm assuming he's working with the government, something scientific. I don't know why it's only him up here though. That's kind of weird. If there's sending someone into space, watching this target, I feel like you need a whole crew. Like 5 people at most. And they are specialized in certain things for this mission. Now us as the player, we somehow stumble upon the ship. I don't know how. Were we just floating in space and Dr. Polyakov found us and brought us in? If we were floating in space, I'm assuming we had a spacesuit or we would be dead. Or was it maybe like a small spacecraft? There's a lot of questions there that have not been answered yet. But he doesn't act weird when he sees us. He did say like, we do look human like we're from Earth, but we don't know what Earth is really. So we're kind of just on this spacecraft helping Dr. Polyakov out when needed and just keeping him company. Which I feel like he definitely needs if he's just stuck up here by himself with the target and all he does, stare at the target, maybe eat, put down some info, go back to stare at the target, eat again, go to bed. Like it's a strict schedule of him just doing everything by himself. And it does feel like it can be really lonely and maybe cause you to have like a mental breakdown after a while. So I'm glad he at least has us with him. So hopefully we'll learn more information about the target, his mission, and anything about us. Despite your audible groan and annoyed slouch, you do as he says regardless. The slowest days on the ship more than often involve Dr. Polyakov staring at the grave for several hours at a time. What to do? Ooh. Let's not bother him. I'm really curious about the ship. He says don't touch anything. If I just look at it, that is perfectly fine. Well, you've tried your hand at essentially everything you've been given permission to do so far. That being essentially nothing. You decide to turn your attention to the glowing computer central to the ship, Perseus Main. From what you can gather, it operates the core mechanics of the ship, that being movement and diagnostics. Ooh. Looks like it's been left on a screensaver. ERM. Is that like the company Dr. Polyakov works for? Or the institute? Jeez. Does this guy organize anything? Bro, really? The way he wants to be on schedule and this is what his desktop looks like? At least put everything like one by one. Your work may be needed elsewhere, which you're done with the rest of the ship. But there is a folder in the middle of the screen labeled videos. Maybe it's just a bunch of boring mumbo jumbo about keeping the ship in order. Or maybe you're sitting on a gold mine of Dr. Polyakov's cringiest karaoke sessions. Yes, you should definitely absolutely look at Dr. Polyakov's video file. Yeah, we're gonna look. I hope I won't regret looking at it though. There's no harm in it, you swear. You're only gonna make fun of him a little bit. Totally. Yep, for sure. There's a moment of crackling from the mic, as if it was on its last leg of life. After adjusting your eyes, you can make out a few tiny stars scattered across the cosmos. The camera is shaking slightly to accommodate the person holding it. There's some breathing behind the camera if you listen carefully. The video cuts off into static, but where something cuts over the top of it. What is that? The voice that sounds is light and familiar, though there's barely any glimpse of his face in the video. Huh. Very first episode of Keeping the Cadet's Sanity. A task started at approximately 6 Earth months of flight. For our first task, I will personally be serenading you with Core of all choirs, a melody of all melody. Ahem. Is this really Dr. Polyakov? Oh, I don't like that. Oh, it's the thing though. Hello, welcome to second episode. I forgot what I called it. How many of these have I done again? Okay, just the one. It's only been a week. Jeez, what's wrong with me? If this is Dr. Polyakov, it doesn't sound right. Like he's losing his mind. Like he's trying to do something to keep his sanity. So, for the third episode, pretty sure it's supposed to be the second, I made this drawing while it was outside, but it's paper, so I let it go, and it flew away. So I can't show you that. You decide to cut to the next video yourself. Maybe you'll tune into another clip later. I don't like a black screen. Can we not? Is that? Oh. What now draws your attention to a video with a thumbnail as something in focus for once. Thank you all for being here tonight. We would like to thank you all for the work you have done for our organization. Coming out of your studies, it's time to reintroduce you fully to our mission. Cadet 013, welcome to the ERM. We hope the upcoming tour proves as useful to you as all will be in aiding our great species. Huh. So we do know it's an organization, the ERM, but it seems really ominous, like the guy being shadowed and there's the fire crackling on the side. The video cuts off for the last time. This guy's hard drive sucks. You can't find a date or time for any of the footage. The assumption makes you wonder how long he's been up here. Maybe you should ask him later. He didn't even answer that the last 2 times we asked. A disappointing find, really. You're hoping to find something funny. That actually makes me really nervous. I'm kind of scared the MC here doesn't really think that's concerning, what we just watched. Maybe he's just that boring. Oh well. Ooh, okay. We have some more maps and stuff. Ooh, okay, we can actually start moving around the cabin. Nice. So we're just gonna go right to left and click on everything. You stand in front of a garden. Peering down at the plants, you notice they're well kempt and healthy. Inspecting them further, you can make out wheat and what looks like potato peeking from the soil, held down by some kind of vacuum. We can make French fries though! There's some other seeds in the compartment below, though most are unlabeled. Unfortunately, nothing inside seems ready for harvest. He seems to take good care of them, judging from the fact that it's the only compartment of the ship that isn't a mess of cables. Alright, and what's this screen? You turn your attention to the screen on your right. It flickers brightly as the scene changes. Is this like a monitor for outside? Oh! Is this a TV show? Oh, my dear, how I wish to be with you so, but there is another. Dearest love, how can this be so? I know I have little for my heart to give, but let me promise you this world. Tell me, my dear, who is this other love? Oh, dearest, how I love you so. But I must have not abandoned my true love. My faith. You turn the TV off, cringing. Okay, so we have some entertainment, even though it's kind of cringy. Okay, and let's look out the window. The grave is all-consuming. That was it? Okay. I'm making sure nothing left here. Let's go to the second part. We have the door for storage and this seat here. Dr. Polyakov spends hours sitting here and inputting all the information he's somehow gotten from staring at the grave. The fake leather is fraying at the edges, thin from years of use. It's rough beneath your fingertips as you slowly drag them across its surface. Alright. Will this be the same thing? Oh, it's different, okay. A glass window. At least, you think it's glass. Maybe it's some mumbo-jumbo tech bro material. You tap it once. Nothing happens. Alright, that should be everything here. So let's go to storage. The door to the storage room. The rest of the ship lies past that room. An area Dr. Polyakov hasn't allowed you to explore. I think that's it. We explored everything that we can for now. You spend your time snooping around the rest of Dr. Polyakov's ship, picking things up and placing them in what seems like their appropriate spots, only for them to drift off aimlessly seconds after they're moved. You're starting to figure out why the ship is so messy. Still, there's surely a way to clip everything down. Maybe there is somewhere you could store it. Doctor, are there any free drawers around? Dr. Polyakov waves his hand in a miscellaneous direction, giving you no answer in the slightest. His eyes are zoned in on the grave, staring at the thing as if it would explode. You hope that's not the case. Looking to get in on the action, you observe the black hole for yourself. The thrum of its rings is steady and mesmerizing. Its warm yellow glow bends and twists the stars around it into its center. The finality of everything that surrounds it. A void. You can see why Dr. Polyakov is so fixated on it. In many ways, it is beautiful, dangerous, uncaring. Despite this, Dr. Polyakov's expression is intense. His lips pursed into a thin line as his eyebrows scrunch his face. You think to ask if something is wrong, but you feel he'd ignore you regardless. There's an air to the ship now that you didn't notice before. It's thinner, or at least thinner than you remember. You move in Dr. Polyakov's direction, though your gaze lingers on the door beside him. He usually passes through it to enter the ship's exterior. Its soft shuddering, however, is what distracts you. That's new? Is that very concerning, though? Hey, Doc, is that door supposed to be moving around like that? Lottie, as I've told you before, I'd rather, but... I guess not, by the look on his face. Okay. But... Jesus Christ, There was even a warning in the game's description about the jump scare, and it still got me. On cue, the sound of an alarm pierces your ears. Dr. Polyakov springs from his seat, his eyes widening in horror. Warning. System B, C, D compromise. Evacuate all areas immediately. Oh shit! No, wait a minute! He looks so distressed, like even more than what I assumed. The shuddering grows the rest of the ship, the environment leaving you dizzy. Dr. Polyakov moves to the door with blinding speed, punching in numbers unknown to you. Despite his efforts, the alarm pounding in your ears only seems to grow louder. Compromise section CBD. Preserving CN salvation. Damn it. He slams his fist against the wall, frantically typing with no avail. Every direction seems to end with an error. I need to do something. You frantically search for anything that could help the two of you. Nothing you can find seems to be of any use. You hear the sound of a metal collapsing from the other side of the ship. Then nothing, as it vanishes into orbit. Okay. We still good, right? Are we good? Is everything chill? The alarm stops. Lottie. I believe I told you not to interrupt my schedule. Are you blaming this on me? I have work to do. Dr. Polyakov slowly moves back to his seat with a blank expression, muttering something under his breath. No, wait a minute. Are we just not gonna talk about what just happened, Dr. Polyakov? Because that seemed very concerning. The alarm has ended, but I don't know what we actually did to make it stop. Sir, I know work is very important, but I need to talk about what just happened. You whip your head towards him as he sits back down. And where do you think you're going? I thought you'd be freaking out. I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing is wrong. It's fine. No one is dying. Jupiter isn't hurting anyone. Who the hell is Jupiter? Do you mean the actual planet or someone else? Will you stop paying attention to it, Lottie? I feel like he's not gonna talk about it, so maybe I just stop thinking about it for now and bring it up later? Huh? Half of the ship is missing. Half of the ship? Sir, this is very concerning. I need you to, have more urgency about this situation. Stop being silly. Everything is fine. Did he just have a mental breakdown and he's just coping? He's coping. Dr. Polyakov returns to his seat as if nothing happened, examining the grave quietly. It's still there. It's still there. The grave? Doctor? You slowly move towards him, only to see that he's staring at a camera showing the rest of the ship, or lack thereof. You can make out a few torn hinges, fabric uselessly drifting what once held the space together like dust in the wind. Slowly, carefully, you move your hand down and place it on his shoulder. Are you okay? My bad. You seem really, really stressed out. He flinches, piercing teal eyes stabbing thorns into whatever his gaze was held. Dr. Polyakov? Don't address me while I'm busy. Half of the ship is gone. What is essential remains. Even though the essential part remains, I feel like you still need to have some kind of concern. Are we safe? Stop making me think about it. That wasn't the answer I wanted, though. I'm sorry? Or are we apologizing? Are we good? Don't be sorry. Son of a bitch. I was supposed to have more time. Fuck this shit. Fuck it all. All the fucking supplies, food, water, fuel, all that shit was in there. For fuck's sake, this isn't the time. With everything in here. Dr. Polyakov scans the room, observing everything currently on the ship. You believe he'd hang his head. That is, of course, if there is any gravity to do so. We have less than 120 hours. Shit. Wait, so that's 24, 48? splitting into 24 intervals. That will be 5 days. Days are not an appropriate use of language, though it takes me about 24 hours to orbit Jupiter's grave. I call that equivalent to a day here. So 5 orbits, including this one. Oh, if you don't somehow fix this, we are screwed after day 5. You nod in response, before you turn your head towards the endless expanse just meters away from the two of you. A solid reminder of the consequence of error. You lose yourself for a moment in that view. Dr. Polyakov doesn't break the silence. Doctor, are we going home? Can we even make it home? Yes. Of course. I couldn't abandon humanity. They're all down there, waiting for me. Yeah. Oh, this is actually really sad. That's good. Okay. What is wrong with Jupiter? Whatever do you mean? You said Jupiter wasn't hurting anyone, which I assume is incorrect, because you sounded like you were lying to yourself. I maybe have been untruthful. Is that the reason why you're up here? After another moment of silence, Dr. Polyakov's shoulders sag, a long, heavy breath escaping his lips. I suppose I should reintroduce myself. Okay? Earth below. My name is Dr. Polyakov. I'm the 13th cadet of the Earth Restoration Mission, and the captain of the Perseus Salvation Unit. What the hell's wrong with Earth? My goal, the reason I'm up here, is to destroy... I'm sorry, you're supposed to what? What? My mission is to destroy Jupiter. Okay. So, Jupiter is a planet. Jupiter is a black hole. Seriously, what planet are you living on? This isn't the time to be joking around. What do you mean it's a black hole? Like, what time are we? Like, what year is it? As far as I know, Jupiter is a planet. Is this in the future, or is this an alternate dimension? The best way I can describe it is, well, a change of mass. Its irregularity is an issue back home. I'm working to solve it. That's all I'm willing to say for now. You can't just tell me you're going to blow up a planet with no elaboration. That's exactly what I'm doing. Unbelievable. I'm probably supposed to stop you from doing that, you know? I suppose I'll have to kill you before you try. That's a joke, right? Ha ha ha. I might tell you, but only if you're very well behaved. You groan. Of course he'd make you do his dirty work. I can't believe you're holding this over my head. To do chores. I don't think you fully understand the stakes of my position on this ship. But it's probably better that way. I don't think you'd fully tell me if I asked you what that was. An amused huff of air filters through the man's lips. Touché. Well, I suppose I should give you something to do. I've been cleaning your ship for the past few hours. Really? I did. Okay, bro, you can clean it yourself then if you have any complaints. What? You liar. It probably hasn't been this clean for years. I suppose you'll never know. I'll find out. Can we trust him? Like, he told us more info about what he's doing. I guess we could know a bit more about him. Bold. I should probably have expected that from you, though. Don't be so sure you'll like what you'll find. You seem worried. I worry for nothing. That luxury became void years ago. When all is said and done, You find yourself at a loss at what exactly to do with half of the ship still remaining. You turn to Dr. Polyakov. The man's head now turned towards the goal of his expedition. Well, my work is not yet complete. The same rules apply, Lottie. Keep things in order. Do not distract me from my work. And for the love of God, don't touch anything. Do you understand? No other choice, do we? Good. I'm going to be heading outside to survey the damage. I'll need you to log in, same way as I taught you. Dr. Polyakov moves to the door of the ship. On cue, you quickly move to the Perseus main, granting him access to the world that threatened to swallow you both whole. Be careful out there. I'm not the one you should be worried about. Holding his helmet in his hands, the first door opens and closes behind you. The second door, the door to what used to be the rest of the ship, remains, allowing Dr. Polyakov spare breaths of fresh air before he brings himself into oblivion. And just like that, his fate belongs to the stars. Is it ending there? Is it ending there? Oh, not. Nope, we got more. Well, now get to business. How the hell did this guy manage to leave this place in such a mess? Get it together, Lottie. Dull eyes gloss over a limited screen. Has he been able to listen to us this whole time? They turn away. It's of no importance. None at all. Ah, no! Damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, we are very... Bruh. I need more. Can I have more, please? Don't just end it like that. This one actually gave me a bit of anxiety. It probably didn't sound like it when I was playing the game, but holy shit. So he wants to destroy Jupiter, which is the grave, which is a black hole. But we talked about it like it's a planet, and he thought it was silly. We said it was a planet. He's like, what? Planet? No, it's a black hole. So I'm really confused about the timeline or the world just a bit. There's like enough information. I can draw conclusions, but not enough to really get the full picture of it. So I really want to know more info about us as a character. It was very vague about everything, especially where we came from. He knows that we're human and he assumes we're from Earth, but realistically, if you're out in space on a mission trying to save Earth and you find some random person out there, wouldn't you kind of like ask questions about where they're from, like how they get up into space? Because obviously he's up for the organization ERM, so he is funded to do this, but some random person, that would be suspicious as hell. I don't understand why he's not more suspicious of us. We barely knew him for a week either. So like there's definitely much more that Dr. Polyakov is not telling us, and I want to trust him, I really do. At least for now, it doesn't look like he wants to injure us. He is very determined to complete his mission. If the mission is even real, that's the thing. Is he even lying to me about that? Especially the videos we found on the computer, they're very concerning too. Look like there are some audio logs of him trying to make a tutorial video. Like when you start a new job and they make you watch all these videos for your orientation. It seems like he was trying to make that, but he didn't seem fully there. Like he was mentally unchecked a little bit. And then that video about the organization. We know he's a cadet now and that he is part of the ERM. So I want to know, is the ERM, can we trust them? Because why was that guy in such a villain-esque pose with the lighting and that little fireplace on the side? I don't really trust the ERM at this point. I feel like I can 75% trust Dr. Polyakov. The other 25%, I don't know. Is he gonna take me out if I learn too much info? but we do have like 5 days left on this ship. I don't know how we're gonna survive this. But yeah, I really enjoyed that one, and I cannot wait for the full version to be released. Dr. Polyakov, please do not be my enemy. I'm gonna be so mad. I really enjoyed his banter with the MC also. Just him being the dry humor and him taking things literally is hilarious. As always, don't forget I have left links in my description if you guys want to try out the game. If you do try it out, don't forget to comment and rate and let the creator know how much you enjoyed it. So that is it for today. Hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. I do have members open. You guys get videos about 2 weeks before everyone else. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Helps with the algorithm. And I'll see you guys all later. Bye bye!